Custom audiences are super important when it comes to running successful Facebook ads. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to create them. All right, so here we are in the Facebook Ads Manager dashboard. Hopefully you know how to navigate to this. You already have this open. This is going to be focused on creating those custom audiences that you can actually use in your Facebook ads. So now that you have your ad account, what we're going to do is from the actual ads manager right here, we're going to come over to the left right here and go to audiences. And this is where we're able to create all of our custom audiences. All right, so now that we have this opened up, this is for my actual business for Jet Ads. We have all of these different actual custom audiences right here, as well as lookalike audiences. All that falls under here. And if you've never created a custom audience before, you won't have any audiences, and the same process still applies. So this dashboard will look a little bit different, but you'll have an option to go ahead and create your first audience. Now, I'm going to show you all the different audiences that you can create. As well, I'm going to recommend the audiences that you should create as we go through here, so that you have all the best audiences that you should be targeting in Facebook ads. So click on create audience right here, and then you're going to click on create custom audience right here. So custom audience, that's going to open up this dashboard. And so from here, you have a lot of different options for creating a custom audience. You have your website, which is going to be your most valuable source to create custom audiences. This is going to be people and data that Facebook has from people that have visited your website. So that would be website visitors, which are more engaged, obviously, than somebody who's just engaged with your Instagram profile, for example. This is going to be people who've added a cart, people who have initiated checkout, who have purchased something from you or completed a lead or something like that on your website. All of that's going to fall under website, so super important there. You also have your customer lists. So if you have a lead list, you can upload that here. You can also upload anybody who's purchased from you. If you have a list of people who purchased from you, you can upload that here as well. And you can also upload cold lead lists that you have as well if you want to target them with ads. So another great option there. You also have app activity. So if you have an app and you have something on the store, then you can use app activity. Full transparency, I've never used app activity, so I'm not too familiar with this one, but if you have an app, that's another audience that's super valuable for you. You also have offline activity. Again, transparent, I've never used this audience before, but it's an audience who've interacted with your business in store, over the phone, or by an offline channel. So maybe you take phone calls, that might be a valuable one for you. You also have catalog. Catalog refers to people that have engaged with your Facebook shopping catalog, essentially. So if you set up a shop catalog with Facebook and Shopify or something like that, and you have all of your products there and you created a storefront, this would be people who have engaged with your catalog. So again, more engaged than somebody who's just engaged with, your Instagram, for example. Then we have our meta sources right here. So these are all of your sources. And then meta sources are anything that happens on the Meta platform. So you have your videos right here. So anybody who's engaged with the video that you have, we'll go through that. You have your Instagram account, anybody that's engaged with your Instagram. You have any lead forms that people have engaged with, any events. So this would be people who have interacted with one or more of your events on Facebook. You have instant experience, which is people who have opened an instant experience on Facebook or Instagram. You have your Facebook page and engagers on that. You have your shopping, so people have engaged with your shopping and things like that. Then you have your Facebook on Facebook listings, and you have your augmented reality. So a lot of these I've never really experimented with. The only ones that I primarily use that you're probably in the same position to use as well is the website one is huge, super important to that. The customer list one is also huge. And your catalog, if you have products, is another big one. Video is also another great one if you're on video ads to use as a custom audience there. Instagram is another big one, Facebook page, and potentially shopping, and also lead form. Those are the kind of the main big ones that we're going to go through here. So let's start out with website and go over how to create a custom audience for your website. So we're going to click on this and go next right here, and then it's going to have your pixel. So hopefully you have your pixel set up, connected to your website. That's what we're going to use here to create this first custom audience. Now, when you've selected that source, I have some different other sources right here that are connected to this particular ad account. This is the only active one. I have a couple that I have retired here. So I'm going to select my active pixel. And then you have a couple of different events. So if you open this up right here, you can see you have all website visitors, people who visited a specific web page, visitors by time spent. You also have page view, invitee. These are some different events that are actually importing in from Calendly that I've added my pixel to as well. So if you add your pixel to other places, there's custom events that might be added as well for different softwares. And then we have a lead and schedule. These are different events that I have as well. So first of all, if you want to just create an audience for all website visitors, everybody should do this. And I would recommend creating an audience for website visitors in the last 30 days. So I'll just name this WV for website visitors, pixel 30 days, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and create that audience. Boom. So I've now created that audience. Now from this audience, we can actually use this in our ads now. We can create a lookalike audience from that custom audience And we can also continue to create other custom audiences, which is what we're going to do. So now that I've created that, what I'm going to do is navigate to right here, go to custom audiences, and I am going to go back to website, and I am going to go back to here, back to this pixel. Another audience I'd recommend creating is 180 days of website visitors. This is the maximum amount of data that Facebook gives you. If you try to go over this, right, the most it can be is 180. So 180 days, just the maximum data that you have of everybody from your website. This is the audience I would recommend actually running some retargeting ads to. It just has all of your data together. I wouldn't try to worry too much about these little micro segmentations of specific landing pages and specific things. Facebook has all that data. And so if you just give it all of the potential people in that audience, broader is better in my opinion. So I'm gonna go website visitors, pixel, 180 days, and I'm gonna create that audience as well. So those are a couple different audiences we've created. Now, what else I'm gonna do, go to custom audiences right here. If you go to websites, some other options that you have to create are specific web pages. So again, if you do have a specific landing page, you can easily add in the URL right here. And maybe you wanna exclude people who have visited a certain website page. Maybe those people always are onboarded or customers. So you can go ahead and exclude that if you need to. Visitors by time spent, you can do this. I wouldn't recommend it though, but it is an interesting one to filter by. What I would do is if you have a certain thing that you want to exclude. So for me, schedule is a big one. I don't want anybody who's actually scheduled a meeting with me to be shown any more ads because that's kind of the conversion event that we want. So I am going to go schedule pixel 180 days, and I can actually use this audience now to exclude from my ads when I go ahead and set that up. And I'll show you how to set up your ads with these custom audiences in just a moment here. So for other additional custom audiences that I recommend you to create, the biggest one is Instagram, another huge one there. So go Instagram accounts, and I'm gonna select my Instagram account right here. And you have a couple different options for Instagram. So you can go everybody who's engaged with this professional account. You can do account center accounts who started following this account. So this one's a cool one if you want to create a custom audience just for your followers. I'd recommend setting that one up. You might not run any ads, but it will have everybody in there that started following your account, which is a good audience to create. So I'm going to do followers, or I'm going to do, IG followers, and I'm just going to do my brand name, Jet Ads. I'm going to create that audience right there. Awesome. So that's another audience that we created right there. Go back to custom audiences. Let's create another one. And what I would recommend here is to create an audience for everyone who's engaged with this professional account. Again, broader is better. This gets everybody in for the maximum time range. For on metadata, the max that you can get is 365. I try to go over that. Again, you'll see 365 is the maximum amount of time. So everybody's engaged with my account, which would include they've visited my profile, took an action on a post or ad such as like, commenting, saving, carousel swipes, button taps, or shares. Every type of engagement on your Instagram account, that's going to create an audience for all of those people. You can get more specific with this. You can do messaged, you can do saved an ad, you can do visited your profile, but I'd like everyone who's engaged, just gets everybody in there. And again, what I'm going to do is IG engagers, 365 Jet Ads. I'm going to create that audience. Boom. So I've now created that audience as well. And let's continue on here. Another audience I'd recommend doing the same thing for your Facebook page. If you have some followers there as well, doesn't hurt to set this one up. So everyone is engaged with your page in the last 365 days. So I'm going to do FB engagers 365 days. Boom. And we've now created that other custom audience as well. And lastly, the other one that I want to touch on, you can do pretty much the same thing for all of these. The last one that I'm going to touch on right here is your customer lists right here, which is super important. And I'd recommend everybody doing this as well, especially if you have a list of cold prospects or warm prospects as well. So you can import this from MailChimp if you actually use MailChimp. Otherwise, you need to have some of these fields matching. And so all you have to do is go next right here. If you have value, so revenue spent with your brand or something like that, then you can do a value per customer. If not, just go no. And then what you're going to do here is upload a CSV file. So I'm going to upload a file here and show you how this all works. Okay, awesome. So I uploaded this list right here. I'm going to go next, and I just named this. So I'm going to go next now. It is going to upload all these fields. So you can see we have the business email. So it's automatically pulled that out and it's categorized that. So it has the email right there. It has, what is this, data processing country. Do not upload, that's not correct. This one is country, so that is correct. I'm gonna upload that. And then go to actions needed here. And this is where you can upload some of this additional information right here. So we have the first name, so I'm gonna add that. We have the last name. I am also going to add that. A company name, as you can see, company name is not one of the fields that we can add right here. So what we're gonna do is scroll down here and see if there's any other fields that we can actually add. Job title is not one of the fields, as you can see here. So we're gonna keep on going. The city, so that is one that we do want to add. So we have city, region, North America, we don't need to add that. And then we already have the country. And I believe those are all of the different metrics that we can add. If you go here, you can see you can also add in a phone number, which do we have? There should be a phone number. Yeah, okay, I guess this list does not have a phone number. So if you had a phone number, you could add that as well. You could also add in a zip code, a state or province, and date of birth, year of birth, gender, and age as well. Let me just double check here. I think that there should be a state. Okay, I guess there's no state. So I have all 5 of these mapped right here. And then what I'm gonna do is just import and create right here, and boom. So we've now uploaded all 1,400 of these leads. Your customer list is now hashed and uploaded. And what we can actually do is create a lookalike audience based on this lead list if we wanted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to lookalike audiences right here. And you can see has my source as this for the lookalike audience. And then I can set my location. So maybe I want to do United States. Awesome. And then 1%, I could go all the way to 10. Maybe I want to do 10. So I'll set that to 10%. And I will go ahead and create this audience right here. And boom, as you can see, I've now created a lookalike audience that has 28 million people in the US based on those 1,500 people that I uploaded to Facebook ads. Now, lastly, I'm going to show you how to upload these custom audiences to use them in Facebook ads when creating your campaigns. So let's go back to campaigns right here. And what we're going to do is just quickly set up a new campaign and show you how to use these audiences right here. So what I'm going to do, I am going to just set up, let's say, a sales campaign. Let's go next right here. I'm going to go manual sales campaign. Let's continue with that. Let's just go custom audience test. Awesome. I'm going to turn campaign budget on. Let's just say it's at $20 per day. Amazing. Let's go down to the ad set level now. And this is where we're going to set this to website. We're going to add our pixel in right here. Conversion name. Let's say we want our conversion to be invitee meeting scheduled. Great. We have that. Scroll down here. Past all of this, you can change your location targeting right here. So let's just say I want to add in the United States as well. Boom. Keep scrolling down here, and then under Advantage plus Audience right here, we're going to switch to Original Audience options. However, what you can also do is add in some audience suggestions right here if you want to leave Advantage plus Audience on. In most cases, probably want to do this, but you can also switch to Original Audience options. Doesn't make a big difference, as I think it's honestly kind of the same both ways. Facebook expands your audience outside of what you give it anyways. But what you can do here, if you wanted to just target, let's say use Original Audience, if you wanted to just target one of those custom audiences that you have actually created right here, go to custom audiences. So I switched to the other mode and turned Advantage plus off. And then what I'm going to do is go to custom audience right here, go over to custom audience, and I am going to add in that list. So say I just wanted to target all of my IG engagers and all of my IG followers, right? I could add that in right here. I could turn off Advantage custom audience. So it's not going to reach people beyond this audience. And maybe I want to actually exclude people that have visited my website. So I want to send an ad to everybody who's engaged with my Instagram, follows my Instagram, but has never visited my website. You can easily do that right here by going back to custom audiences right here and going website visitors in the last 180 days, excluding that. And now we're just going to be targeting our IG engagers and followers in the last 365 days and our IG followers as well. And we're excluding everybody who's visited our website in the last 180 days in the United States and Canada. And then we have our genders and age right here. You can change all that around. And that's the really quick and dirty way, really simple way how you can create custom audiences, use them in Facebook ads, get started right away. And again, you can create different ad sets, each of them having its own custom audience so that you can kind of separate and name each of the custom audiences that you want. So maybe this one, you want to have it as IG engagers, right? And then you could do that as your ad set name. And then what you could do is just duplicate this. And what you could do is do another audience, Facebook engagers, and target this to people who have engaged with your Facebook that you want to actually remarket to in this case. So if I go Facebook engagers 365, boom, now I have another ad set that I can target Facebook engagers. I can create ads for each, duplicate them over, and run some ads there. Super, super simple. And that's how to create custom audiences in Facebook ads. All right, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's how to create custom audiences, a really in-depth look at how to do that and how to use them in your actual ads. So if you did enjoy the video, I appreciate a like and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on any of the latest content I'm putting out around advertising on Facebook, Google, TikTok, and more. Also, if you're a D2C brand and want help growing and scaling your ads on any of those digital platforms, check the link in the description and apply to work with my team. I'd be happy to have a call with you and see if you're a good fit. Until the next video, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.